Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk about something that I know to get most people's juices flowing. We're gonna talk about Floyd Money Mayweather, right? That gets people's juices flowing. Boy got a lot of hate going when he does things. Well, a good promoter from England, English promoter of Tyson Fury and others, but Tyson Fury is probably his most prominent fighter right now, Frank Warren. Frank Warren states, he says Floyd Mayweather is the best promoter in the world, period. He's the best promoter in the world, right? That's what he says, much better than me. And this is a good promoter. He says, much better than me. He says, because, listen, he'd probably be one of the best ever if he keeps making this money while he's in retirement. Because we know that his last fight against Tenzin Nishikawa, right? We know that Floyd Mayweather, for an exhibition fight that didn't count, right? Got $9 million for such a short day's work or a night's work, right? That's him being promoted, but I think it's also being him respected in other countries, and people want a legend to be there. But it's all his promotions. It's under the Mayweather banner. This is the thing we have to respect. But, he gets hated on because of, fellow promoters, people in the same business, because they don't like somebody making money. We've seen it. We've seen it before. Don't let me start talking about Al Heyman, getting into business, making sure that the fighters are happy, which is important, and that's why they stand with him, and trying to offer the consumer free boxing, not all pay-per-view all the time. And even the consumer, because they found out how he looked, didn't appreciate boxing that they did not have to pay for. Let me just show you. I told you it was an ism that is over all other isms. But we ain't going to go there too much right now. So, Frank Warren says he's the best promoter, and I think he's right now. Now, let's say something else, something else that he was saying that I know will get your juices flowing, right? People, that don't like, certain things. He said, he outclassed Manny Pacquiao in 2015. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He outclassed Manny Pacquiao in 2015. Pacquiao fans didn't like it, right? The pundits were upset, calling it a boring fight. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I'm telling you, like I said then, how is it a boring fight when the guy who's supposed to come in there throwing punches and bunches gets hit with 2 straight right hands in the first round and he goes in the path being passive? That is awesome to watch that. This is not what we thought was going to happen that early. We knew Mayweather was going to have to let his hands go. He did in round 1, and then he was able to coast home. Right? People in round 1, it was round 6 when Manny Pacquiao threw a few flurries, and we, landed maybe 1 punch. We got 1 punch. We got happy. Right? He got outclassed in that fight. That's what happened, and that's what we have to deal with. The wrong man wins, which is always the same thing in America. BTBG. I'll say it over and over again. Mayweather Pacquiao was a perfect example of that. The wrong man won. Sour grapes. So we call the whole fight boring. And it's not boring to watch somebody, take away the strengths of someone else. That's what boxing is about. It's exactly what it's about. And so that was awesome to watch, right? If you're hating Floyd Mayweather. And then he also goes even further. He says that Floyd Mayweather would beat him now, being retired. He would come back and beat him again. That's a question that we can talk about. I'm not so sure about that one, right? Because he's not active, but I would still lean towards Floyd Mayweather. Because I've seen Floyd Mayweather do what he had to do on several occasions, right? So that's why I would probably say, yeah, it's a possibility, but that would be a 60-40. It's another thing to talk about. Now, here's something that I also agree with. He said for Floyd Mayweather, for all great and all that, he will not come back and fight the likes of an Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. I totally agree. And I totally agree, leave that alone. Why? He's finished with boxing. Don't even mess with them boys. Them some bad boys. You don't mess with them young boys right there. And he doesn't have to prove that. Now, he would probably, if one of them, for all this time he's been out, we still don't have an undisputed welterweight champion. Now, do we? Still don't have an undisputed welterweight champion. And if they get undisputed, if they would have did it back then, he probably would have fought the one. Because basically Floyd Mayweather fights are this. Who y'all think can beat me? Because y'all coming to basically see me get my brains knocked out. You want to see my face hit the canvas. That's why you're paying all the money. You would preferably want that to be done by someone that's not of color, right? If you would see that, that would be your wish, is to see me get knocked out by a white dude, Mexican dude, or something like that. That's bottom line what it is. Let's be real, BTBG. That's what it is, right? But if not, then it got, okay, we'll accept the black dude beating him. You know, then that's not as awesome. So for Floyd to do that, he would have to be somebody to be undisputed if he's a brother. And then they can fight Floyd Mayweather, because then people will tune in. Other than that, it's not going to happen. That's the bottom line there. So yeah, I don't think Floyd Mayweather would fight no Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford now either. I don't think he's going to fight Pacquiao either. He's retired, and that's what he said, and that's it. But as your boy Frank Warren says, best promoter in the world. And I think right about now, that seems to be true. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.